You're watching from Cape with Bass, hosted by Daniel Peterson.
Hi, you're watching from the Cape with Bass, and I'm Daniel Peterson. Today, we're here with my longtime friend and fellow bass player, Jonathan Coetzee. Can you tell us what your first musical experience was as a musician, as a bass player?
Well, it started not with the bass, but with the guitar. My brother-in-law now brought a guitar to my house when he was courting my sister, and I see this guitar and he had an interest in it, and I found out that the top four strings of the guitar is basically the four string, which is your G, D, A, E strings, and there is where my connection with music started on the guitar. But I got a love for bass over these years, so I was playing guitar and bass guitar in church, which was a good experience. It kept me going.
Okay, that's interesting. Why bass guitar specifically?
Bass is got to do with the pulse of the band, and you determine, are we gonna go the sound slower? Are we gonna give it a funky rhythm? Whatever we're gonna do it. So it's important for the basses to be on top, and I just love the sound of the bass. That's my passion.
Okay, the next question. Do you have any formal musical education? Have you been self-taught? Did you go for lessons? Did somebody teach you? Or where does all of this come from?
All of this is from my experiences. Self-taught. I listen to a lot of bass players, a lot of instruments, piano, guitar, saxophone, whatever instrument. I love all instruments. So I listen to all of them, and I can relate with the bass to those instruments because it fits in some way, and all instruments I love, and I love music overall. So, which means um, my life is music. I come home from work, I sit with my bass guitar, I listen to bass players, I listen to whatever instruments is out there, new stuff. I go on YouTube and I check it out, But formal training, none whatsoever. Just play by ear, pick up from here and there, see what other people do, watch videos. Nowadays it's DVDs. We are so fortunate. In the olden days we had cassettes where we needed to rewind and pick what is this line, what is happening here. And look how fortunate the guys are today. You go on YouTube, you get lessons online, beautiful. But music is the key of life for me.
Wow, thank you. Tell me, um, I know you've played with Airborne, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that, how you got into that, playing for them and other bands that you've played with? But first and foremost, Airborne, I want to hear that story because I've seen two live recordings. So just tell us about that quickly.
Yeah. There was a band called, I actually got the name for the band, and the poor band was called Counterpoint. And the four of us were playing. It's Benedict de Mar, Aubrey Samai, myself on bass, and Roy David's drummer. We played at the Table Bay Hotel. And Sean O'Connell would come around there, his family, or just around, and watch us playing, see us playing there. And we knew each other for a long time. And at that time, Benno suggested I join the band, and that's how it started with Airborne. And we recorded in the early 2000s. We recorded a Christmas album with Kim Fortune on vocals. We then recorded the DVD Ultimate with Airborne, I think it is. That's at the Nassau Center in Newlands. And then we recorded another one with Richard Caesar and is it Melanie Scholes? I think it is. Yes, in the Baxter Theatre. And those are the two DVDs, yeah. And we played obviously all over the show in Cape Town with Airborne. So it was a good season for me at that stage.
Okay, and currently, what band? I think the last time we spoke, you mentioned something about a rock band that you joined or something, or they asked you. Can you just tell us about that quickly?
I've been playing rock for quite some time. I've been playing, I don't know if you heard about this. Um, it's a place called Scallywags in Parklands area. And we played there. I played with some guys there, rock guys. obviously some white guys, and I was the only colored guy in the band. But I loved the music. Aubrey Samai introduced me to the band. We played together first, and then another keyboard player came in. But I love my rock. I like all kinds of music, so I try and bring my part by playing, whatever I should for different styles of different genres of music.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the archives now. Okay, so you've also played with this, what is it, the dance band every Friday evening, I remember. Tell us about that.
That was with Cool Sounds. I think that was a year, about just over a year ago. And I played with the band for 26 months, I remember. I think, yeah, just over 2 years. That was with China and the Cool Sounds. It was a nice experience. I never knew ballroom, you never underestimate, could sound that beautiful. We put it in a nice jazz form, but obviously we would play your rumbas, your sambas, your quick step, your slows, and whatever in the ballroom time signature. So that was a nice experience for me, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Wow, that is so excellent. Listen, tell me about your gear that you're using. I see you have the Yamaha TRB 6P. Is it the 6P, right?
It
6P2,
is. It's a JP2.
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 Ah,
All the
okay.
letters JP2.
Okay. Can you tell us about this bass and the other gear that you have?
This is the latest one I bought, or the recent one. I had a bass, I can't even remember the name. I saw somebody else playing with it. I can't get to the name. I then bought a chord. I traded that bass in, bought a chord six string. Because I love melody. You can play chords on the bass on the six string, and that's why I bought the six string. You can expand your ideas in your playing. And then I bought myself the MPEG, um, 350 watt SVT, the 40th anniversary 4x10 with a horn from MPEG. And after a few years later, I bought the Yamaha, and I thoroughly enjoy my instruments, especially the Yamaha.
Do you use any effects while playing or when you record?
Not at all. Not at all. No effects. I just play clean. Yeah, if Mr. Engineer would want to, I would obviously say have something to say. You want to know what you sound like, so before it comes out there. But no effects at the moment.
Do you have any advice for up and coming bass players and musicians out there?
Yo, I must tell you, I don't know if this question is going to come up, but I listen to a lot of local bass players, a lot of musicians here, a lot of overseas players. The guys who mold you and take you on a journey and in certain directions in life, in your musical career. And what I've heard by watching DVDs, videos from the old, it's most of the people say if you do your riffs, your lines, or whatever, your scales, do it slowly first. Get the metronome, practice in time, do it slow, take the metronome, the timing up, faster, faster until you have your fingering and your positions right, and just keep on practicing and enjoy music. That's my advice. Practice a lot. Do it. Practice the right way. Somebody said also, practice the right way. Do it the right way. Metronome, and get it laid down.
Jonathan Coetzee, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, it was an honor for me to actually do this interview. I never thought this day would happen, but yeah, it happened today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and share this video and page with your friends. Please comment below whom you want me to interview. Please follow this page from the Cape with Base on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you so much. God bless you.